What's going on, fam? It's your boy Tahir Johnson. I'm back with another week of the Cannabis Diversity Report. This is just a quick update. We're actually going to have my brother Tahir Chappelle coming on later this afternoon to talk about the Can Atlantic Conference. So make sure you're tuned in. We're just going to talk a little bit about some important issues that are going on in cannabis right now, and talk about some of the things that we've accomplished and that we've done here since we've launched NCIA's social equity scholarship programs and our diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives. So just the show here, man, I've definitely loved doing it. I enjoy all the people that have been reaching out from all over the world, man. It's like 12 countries, people that have been saying that they enjoy the Cannabis Diversity Report. So shout out to everybody that's been showing love. I appreciate y'all for rocking with me like this. We've had some dope guests on here. Man, we had the youngest black man and female to own dispensaries. Shout out to my boy Shayun, my sister Hope, my man Chris Ball, man, the largest social equity vertically integrated operator in California. Man, what a great story about how he transitioned to the traditional market. And like he said, this is all about growing that fire. Bro just did that dope collab with Viola this week. So shout out to that, bro. Man, my man Reg announced that he was the first black cultivator to get his license in Mass. Like that's the day after, here on the show. We had shout out to NCIA board members, my brother Chris Jackson that came on, Khadijah Adams, the chair of the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee, and all the other dope guests that we've had. If y'all haven't been tuned into the show, make sure y'all tune in. You can watch it every week here on Facebook Live, and also tune into the podcast everywhere where podcasts are available. So to talk a little bit about the social equity programs that we've launched here at NCIA. First, I want to give a shout out to our social equity scholarship program members. We have almost 100 people from all over the country that are in the program. So many dope people from all over the country. And what I really love about it is that we have people in different stages of their, like cannabis careers. We have some people with developed businesses that are on and popping, even like people out on the West Coast that have been operating for a number of years. And we even have people that are newer, like in the industry, that have just applied for licenses and are applying. And I love the fact that we're building a community here so that not only can they have access to resources at NCIA, but they can be a resource to each other and be able to learn and connect and build that community. So everybody that is in that social equity program, if you're not on NCIA Connect, make sure you get on NCIA Connect so that you can get access and network with each other. Because that really is a dope way. It's like it's a social media platform that's just internal to NCIA. And you can connect with anybody that's in the organization there. So make sure you check that out if you haven't already. Also, we've had some dope webinars. Have y'all been tuned into the webinars, man? We had an amazing webinar, social equity from a regulator's perspective. Shout out to all the amazing ladies that were on that panel. That's something that you don't see in the industry. Not only did they have so much brilliance and expertise, but the excellence to see that all-woman panel was something that I actually love to see. We had the panel on raising capital for your business. You got the perspective of not only people that are investors, but also from cannabis business owners that have raised capital, and even people coming up with creative ideas that you can use, like starting credit unions to build your business. Man, we got to talk about Illinois. We had the social equity webinar. We got a lot of people from Illinois, that are members of the social equity scholarship program. I've talked to you, a lot of you guys. We had the webinar Illinois social equity, and I'll just say it's definitely, I'm definitely hoping to see how everything turns out there. I know so many people were so dedicated and, put up so much to apply for those licenses. I know what it's like because I did the same thing. That's how I ended up here by quitting my job to pursue the opportunity in cannabis. So definitely prayers up, and still fingers crossed and best wishes for everybody in Illinois. It's interesting to say, I hate to say it, but as the time that I've been in the cannabis industry, I'm actually not surprised by the result, because it's just more of the same, a lot from what I see in my perspective. But that's why we're here, right? Hoping that we can learn, that we can get it right and do better. like I said, it's an imperfect system. This is still a very new industry. Like I said, let's just be hopeful for the better. Like I said, and you know, like I said, everybody in Illinois, hopefully we can provide some resources. Like I said, don't give up. Stay in the game. Keep going for it. This is not the end. That's all I can say. Another dope thing that we recently launched is our partnership with Cannabis, the accountability list. Shout out to the Mary Pryor and all the ladies at Cannabis. Diversity, equity, and inclusion in the cannabis industry is something so important. So not only are we supporting the accountability list, and it's something that you should support. It's not something to call anybody out, but what it is to hold ourselves accountable, to say that we are taking the steps and putting the measures in place to build a more inclusive organization and a more inclusive industry. So please take the time to report your information there. We will make sure we drop the link so that you can do it, but you can find it on NCIA's page. Also look up Cannabis to learn more about that. But also Inclusive Base is another thing that we're supporting as well. And what Inclusive Base is a platform so that diverse business owners, not only people of color, but LGBT communities, different things like that, like communities of color, entrepreneurs of color, can highlight their businesses in a platform so that people can see those. So I think that that's another benefit, especially if you are, one of our members or diverse people in the cannabis industry. You should definitely sign up for Inclusive Base as well. Something very, very important, and make sure y'all are paying attention on this part. The election period for our board of directors is now open. You only have a couple days left. You have until the end of the month, September 30th, to submit an application to serve on NCIA's board of directors. So that is open to anybody that's a member of NCIA, including the members of our social equity scholarship program. So if you are interested in taking a leadership position here, helping to make sure that we can usher the future of the cannabis industry through participating at the cannabis industry's oldest, largest, and most influential association, then please make sure that you apply. You have until September 30th. Personally, I think that it's important for us to have diverse perspectives on the board, as we should have diversity in every asset of the organization. It just makes it a better place, diversity in thought. So, please take the time, throw your hat in the ring if you think you'd be interested in that. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys do that. Another thing that's important, look, man, we're coming towards the end of September, right? Like November is right around the corner. If I hear a lot of people saying a lot of stuff, like whatever your opinion is, if you're Democrat, Republican, what have you, exercising your right to vote is an important responsibility that you have. There are people that died for the right to vote, right? The right to vote is not. I don't think it's something we should take for granted. At one time, women couldn't vote. Black people couldn't vote. So I think it's important for us to exercise your civic responsibility, whoever you're voting for. Particularly if you are a cannabis voter, this is an important year to vote. There is a clear disparity. I'm not going to get too political, but there is a clear disparity in some of the opinions of who you can vote for. If we look at the top, right? Never mind. Let me just go into it, right? So a lot of y'all talk about Kamala Harris, like, and shout out to Kamala. I'm an HU alum. I'm always going to show love for her anyway. And I know and I understand the argument where y'all are like, Kamala is the cops, right? Like, so I understand where y'all are coming from. But at the same time, Kamala Harris was also the sponsor of the MORE Act in the Senate. Like, people can progress in their views. So yes, I understand she was the police. She locked up a lot of folks. Like, I've heard it from my folks in California. But like I said, when we talk about where she's progressed to on her views on the issue, she supported the bill and was one of the ones that put the bill out there that would decriminalize cannabis and take away the fact that people all over are getting charges for marijuana. So I think that's a little worth something. I'm not going to go too much on the other side. Y'all live in America. You see what's going on. So there you go. You got a very clear choice on that one. But also, if you're talking about states, right, forget about president, because I understand some people are disaffected and don't really care about voting for the White House, but there are particular states where it's very important, where cannabis is on the ballot, particularly in Arizona. Recreational cannabis is on the ballot. In Mississippi, we have medical cannabis on the ballot. Mississippi, y'all, like, yo, y'all, I know y'all want cannabis in Mississippi, but to access that medical cannabis so that it can treat, so that people in Mississippi can have access to be able to treat all of the different things that cannabis is shown to help people with is very important. Montana, we have recreational cannabis on the ballot. My home state of New Jersey, dirty Jersey, we got recreational cannabis on the ballot. We better get this right. It's my opinion that if we legalize cannabis in New Jersey, just positioned of not only is it the greatest state in America with the Jersey Shore, its proximity to New York and Philadelphia, really a real gem on the Eastern Seaboard, just a really incredible state that you all should go visit. I think that if cannabis becomes legal in New Jersey, I think that it is going to change the game and it will be a real cannabis hub. And I mean, who doesn't want to go to New Jersey? And if you can smoke weed there, then it's really a plus. Oregon, there's a movement to decriminalize all drugs. Man, that's really far movement, right? So like Oregon, folks in Oregon, make sure y'all get out and support that. And in South Dakota, we have both medical and recreational cannabis on the ballot. So y'all have a choice here. Let's get it done in South Dakota, man. So, you know, like I said, November coming up, regardless of who you're voting for, if you're a cannabis voter, make sure you're registered, make sure you get out to vote. Like I said, this was just a quick little hit to check in with y'all. Appreciate everybody again that's been rocking with us. Man, the Cannabis Caucus cyber events. Who has been tuned into the Cannabis Caucus cybers, yo? Because they have been dope. Like tonight, we got Pennsylvania. Tonight is Pennsylvania. I know I got some folks from Philly. I know I got some folks from Pittsburgh. Y'all better be tuned in. The Cannabis Caucus is an NCIA members only event. So those are the benefits of joining the organization. Like, make sure you join NCIA. It's all about having access to the information. And by the way, again, if you're a social equity applicant, you can join for free. So, or operator, you can join for free. So what are you waiting for? Get in here. On this one over Pennsylvania, I'll hook you all up, man. So if you do want to come, make sure you register, inbox me. I'm not going to, you know, I didn't ask, but look, I got you. I'm going to hook you up if you want to come through Pennsylvania. Hit me in the inbox wherever, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and I got y'all. Come through Pennsylvania. Shout out to all the fam that's out there rocking with the Cannabis Diversity Report. We're going to be back this afternoon with my boy Tawheed. The Can Atlantic Conference, man. Yo, shout out to this brother doing the Can Atlantic Conference. The first cannabis conference talking about the whole Midwest area. This brother is so smart, the head of the Philadelphia Association of Black Journalists. Make sure y'all are tuned to that. I got on my phone so I can tell y'all when. That's going to be at 1:30, so make sure y'all are here. And shout out to Black Cannabis Week, man. This week is Black Cannabis Week. Shout out to Sharon out there in Philly. Everybody, all of the dope people that have been presenting there. Support Black cannabis, support Black business. Shout out to my bro, Malek Dexter, that I had the opportunity to interview yesterday. And make sure y'all are supporting Black Cannabis Week as well. And yeah, man, make sure y'all are tuned in, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. I'll see y'all back this afternoon with Tawheed. Peace.